Hi, this week's fine motor video is going to focus on using tweezers and tongs. And the reason those things are so great is because they really help develop hand strength and the skills needed for a proper pencil grasp. There are all different kinds of tweezers and tongs that kids can use. This one in particular is from the Dollar Tree, and I like it because it has a groove for the thumb on one side and two grooves for two fingers on the other side. One huge component of using these correctly is trying to make sure that the kids have what's called an open web space right here. What we don't want is a collapsed thumb, and we don't want a gross grasp around it. We want to try to keep this web space nice and open, a thumb on one side and two fingers or three fingers on the other side. So there's these from the Dollar Tree. There are, you can use chip clips. Same thing, you just want to keep that open web space. There are a lot of different, clips with different resistances. So if it's too hard and you're noticing that they're collapsing, or using a whole hand like this, or a lateral kind of grasp, then you want to find something that's a little bit easier, less resistive. Something like these little tiny bamboo tongs are very, they don't have a lot of resistance, and they're nice for small hands. You can get those like in bulk on Amazon, or even getting the chopstick trainers and using chopsticks can work well. And then there's other grippers that are like the tri-tong or the tri-grip, and those are kind of nice because that really helps promote that that tripod grasp. You kind of have to have one finger on each prong there. So what I like to do with these is also work on crossing midline. So I'm just going to show you one activity. I like to use these little pom-poms because they're very forgiving. You can even just grasp a little piece of it and still pick it up. They don't go, bouncing all over the place if you drop them. I'll use this little bamboo one here. But what I like to do is set up an activity so the child has the tongs or the tweezers in their dominant hand, and then they have to reach across midline to pick up the objects and then put them in some type of container. You can have colored cups for sorting colors. I found this little, I think it was for push pops, and I cut it into a 10 frame. And you can use that for, some math activities or for patterning. You could just make something with masking tape on the table, in order for them to have a target to put things in. But just making sure that they're grasping it correctly, trying to keep that open web space, and maybe adding that crossing midline component is wonderful as well. If we want to incorporate letters and writing, again, using those small pieces of paper, sometimes I'll just have the kids cut apart small pieces of paper and make little letter tents, and we'll write letters on them. And then what you can do is just, have them search for different letters, pick them up, and put them in a specific order and drop them down again. So just another way to just incorporate some hand strengthening and things with math or with handwriting. If you have any questions, or if you want to know where you can purchase something or a link for something, just let me know. Thanks.